Alrighty, guys, gonna be getting into this game. Voltacus versus Electric. TVZ. Looks like we're gonna be starting off on Blackpink LE. It's gonna be pretty sick. It's gonna be a sick best of 3, guys. Let's get into it. Gotta get my notepad ready. Man, would have been tragic. Alrighty, y'all. Starting up here in the top left in the green, representing Psionic Aftermath, it is Voltacus. That is Psionic Aftermath, right? Yeah, okay. Awesome. Then down here in the bottom left in the purple, not representing any team at the moment, might be on a team, please correct me if y'all know, in the purple, it is Electric. So far, nothing crazy, no 14 pool, nothing like that. Should be a pretty interesting matchup. Excited to see what these guys pull out. I've seen a lot of memes about Voltacus, but just now getting the treat of getting to see him play. So we'll see what he decides to pull out. Looks like pretty standard Reaper. Probably going to go for that expand, so that'll be cool. And it should be pretty sick. Let's get to see what he pulls out here. Sorry about that. And, you know, on the other side from Electric, just nice and standard Expo first. Gonna make sure to get that spawning pool probably next year. Looks like he's banking a little bit of minerals for that. And we'll be getting that going. I apologize in advance for any rustiness I have. I'm still getting back into it after a pretty substantial break. Gas and that extractor coming out now for Electric. And Barracks just now finishing up. Nice and slow early game here. Overlord's going to start making their way across the map. Looks like this one up here will be checking for any proxies. Pretty smart play there from Electric, making sure he stays in nice and safe here. Doesn't want to lose any, proxy 2 racks or anything like that. As this Reaper still hasn't come out yet. Expo coming down for him now on the low ground. Not really expecting any early aggression from him. No early speedlings or anything like that. So this is pretty safe for him. I have that sweet bug. It is a sweet bug. Thanks for letting me know, TB Ham. Fix that 90 seconds later. Alright. Sorry about that. Hope that wasn't too destructive on your ears for that first little bit. Zergling's coming out for Electric, as well as the Queen. Nice and standard. More racks getting added on here for Voltacus, as well as Reactor here. Reaper making sure there's no third base here. We'll be going in. These Zerglings should be able to put a stop to it. I doubt he'll be able to get into the main. Nice micro there. Ooh, might be able to get a kill. Decided not to push it. Metabolic boost coming out now as the second king comes out as well. Nice micro here from Voltacus, making sure that thing stays alive. Factory coming down as well as Tech Lab now. Curious to see what he transitions into. Maybe some Siege Shank play. Get to see here. Roach Warren now getting built for Electric. Meanwhile, these Overlords getting him, a fair amount of vision on the map. Probably going to look to get some more vision here in this middle ground. It's a little bit risky with those Marines. Pretty easy opportunity for him to push that back for Voltacus. And Speed about to finish up here. Ooh! Does get that Reaper. Nice job there. Cheeky little grenade there delays that expansion by just a second. Voltacus should know that that's what happened there. Did see that drone there, and there's no reason for him to be there otherwise. Starport coming down. Tech Lab. A reactor on the factory and Tech Lab getting stim for these Marines here. Armies play 8 to 8 now that these guys looking to ramp up anytime soon, I'd imagine. Evo Chamber coming down for our Zerg player. So we'll see what they're planning on doing with that. Maybe going for some missile attacks or Carapace. We'll see. 6 Roaches in production now. And meanwhile, still just Marines here for our Terran player. Is going to start getting some medevacs now, I'd imagine. Once he can afford it. Only one right now. But there might be a slight window here for Electric to get some pressure up. He's getting the third base. We'll be able to, at the very least, have map pressure and keep Voltacus from pressuring out. Him getting supply box a little bit there. And a Overlord. That's a Dropper Lord. Sure is right there. Might see a Zergling drop into the main. Looking like just a little bit delayed. Here it comes. All but one empty sack in this Overlord. Will he make its way into the main? I'd imagine so. Might want to wait for these roaches to get here from across the map so that way he gets the split pressure. Looks like that is what he's going to decide to do. Liberator on the way now. Won't be out in time, I don't think, for this attack. These roaches are going to arrive. Oh no, and these double medevacs are leaving now, but the roaches are arriving at the front door. If he times this right, it could be huge. Dropper Lord dropping in the main, and now the roaches are at the front. These medevacs still have not turned around, and these roaches are going haywire. All the SCVs getting pulled now, and the Zerglings are going nuts in the main. Lots of workers going down now. 3 already. And the medevacs are only just now arriving back, and these roaches are marching up the main. They already have make sure they made their way up there. 8 workers lost already, and these roaches are still going nuts. The Liberator just now deploying. We'll only be able to get 2 of those at the very most. Now these roaches are trading with the SCVs. That's not what you want to see. Lots of damage getting done here. It looks like he will be able to clean it up with this pretty massive Terran force. But now worker count 24 to 38. Not what you want to see here for Voltacus. And he is getting a bunker now as well in the main. Might want to cancel that. Not sure if he's going to keep that or not. Baneling Nest coming out as well as some more gases here for our Zerg player. And we'll see what his next play is. If he keeps up the pressure like this, you know, having a 12 worker lead, that's no joke. What is it? What's the hotkey? Let's find out. Hey, there it is. 14 workers killed there for electric. I'm learning as we go, guys. Alright, and this command center is probably going to get canceled here. That SCV getting killed. But these Marines arriving just in time, actually, saving that SCV. And the third base will continue to be made. Zerglings making their way up into the main will get cleaned up. I don't imagine they'll get too many more kills here. Might get 1 or 2 more. And, yeah, it gets 2, maybe 3. There we go. But do get cleaned up. But, I mean, look at the map pressure here. Voltacus has no vision outside of his base. Has no real pressure outside of his base either. He is up pretty heavily in army supply right now. Might be over-droning a little bit here for electric if Voltacus is able to actually pressure this. But electric's doing a very nice job so far of keeping up the Zergling pressure across the map, as well as using those roaches. Now 5 medevacs, well 4. One of them is a little lonesome on his own there. Making their way across the map. Not too many Marines here. If you get some Banelings out, it could be pretty nice here. 28 Zerglings now in production. And, you know, we see these Banelings here. All these drones pulled for this Liberator that is now dead. Apologies for missing that, guys. And now, here comes the Stim in. Going to catch this Queen here. Nice pick there. Might be able to get a second one as well. But here come the Zerglings now. Going to get a very nice round, actually. Has to pick up for Voltacus. Needs to bail out of there. Afterburner is on. He is getting himself home nice and easy. You want to make sure to drop up and heal up there in the top. And meanwhile, back at home, Siege Shank for defense. Going to be making some more as well as getting combat shields here. And he loads up his army and might be looking to split up some pressure here. Might be heading to look into the main. Not sure just yet what he's got planned. And yeah, this Overlord getting picked off there. Nice little pickup. So far, you know, pretty even game. Voltacus looking like he's trying to make his way back into it. Having 48 supply up right now. You know, all these bases unsaturated here. This one only just now getting to saturation. Carapace on the way. Overlord's getting picked off. It's becoming a real problem for electric here. Supply cap getting in the way of his army's goals. And now dropping here at the third base. Just going to poke him a little bit. Get a few workers killed. So far, no reaction from electric. Looks like he's focused on this attack across the map. And actually, 4 are going down now. If he loses that extractor, that might be very, very damaging for his Baneling count. But it looks like with this one going here, forcing that lift off, will lose the medevac, which means these Marines' lives are forfeit. But a nice little choke there. Baneling's going to come in now, and we'll clean that up. Pretty disgusting there, but 19 workers killed. It is pretty brutal. Electric now back down in the supply by almost 20 now. 17 workers on the way to try and catch back up, but, you know, it might be too little too late. We'll have to see what goes on with that. Carapace almost done here for electric, but he's not really producing anything. I'd like to see some more Queen pressure here, get some injects on these bases. 32 Zerglings on the way now with +2 melee attack on the way as well. Looking like he's committing very heavily to this Ling Bane combo. But, you know, floating a lot of minerals here. You know, not sure how effective it's going to be against this Bioforce unless he can get a very good engage. Voltacus making very sure that he keeps his army safe and uses those siege tanks effectively. Centrifugal hooks on the way now. Won't be done in time for this drop. We'll have to see how much damage that is able to get done. Only 2 Zerglings up here, and Queen still not finished yet. Another drop heading out here, looking like it's making its way either for the main or the 4th base. This drop will fly over creep, so Electric will know it's coming. I expect him to separate his army here. Hydralisk Den almost finishing up here now for him, as well as it's actually 2nd Hydralisk Den. Interesting. He's just want to get extra upgrades. 1-1 on the way as well. Take a look at the upgrades real quick. It is 1-1 for the melee as compared to the stim and combat shields for our Terran. And this drop actually will get the Queen and picks up. Nicely done there. No losses for the Terran. And, you know, just really pressuring our Zerg player now as these Marines move in on the 4th base here completely undefended. All these drones are going to die unless they run. Running for their sweet Zergy lives. And now here come these Zerglings and all get picked up by that medevac. Hydralisk on the way now. And meanwhile, this drop swoops back in. The medevac goes down, but even more workers getting killed now. 15 going down. 56 to 41. Not looking great. Baneling does get them all. Nice connection there. But it might just be too little too late. Army production's ramping up here for the Terran. He's rallying his army to the front of the base. Pretty soon he's going to be able to march across the map and clean this all up. You know, 15 workers down. 59 to 41. Not where you want to be as a Zerg player. You know, Lingbane Hydra is a pretty strong combo, but it's just, I don't know if he has enough army. 31 to 71, he'd have to get some miraculous Baneling hits, which doesn't look like Voltacus is trying to allow. Scan there on the 4th, he knows what's going on. And is still aware that there's no real defense here. I think he's aware of how big of an army advantage he has, how big of an upgrade advantage I guess he's even on upgrades, so not really much advantage there. +2 melee attack for these Zerglings, but I don't think they're going to be able to get enough damage done. Especially with this amount of siege tanks, as well as the good spread and medevac pressure here. He's going to move his way in. Oh, and the army for Electric actually out of position. Now these siege tanks are free to siege up. And now all of his army is right here in the front. Not where you want to be. Can't get us around, really. I mean, 1 Zergling on the flank isn't going to be enough. And now, ooh, all of those Hydralisks are dying now to the siege tanks. Absolutely brutal there. GG, well played. Voltacus takes game 1. Alright, yeah, just really well played there by him. You know, making sure, it was really well played by Electric in the early game, making sure to keep up his Zergling pressure across the map. But then Voltacus just really out-macroed him. He dropped more effectively, he traded his army more effectively. And there's really just not much you can do whenever you lose 15 workers 2 or 3 times in a row. You know, your economy is just shot. Looks like we'll be going into game 2 right away here on Neon Violet Square. Voltacus versus Electric game 2. Should be a good game. For Electric here, I'd look for him to put on some more early pressure than he did last game. I think him going for a little bit more of a macro-oriented build ended up not working out for him. See if he can ramp it up for this next game. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, up here in the top left, oops, no, in the green representing Psionic Aftermath, on match point here for this series, it is Voltacus. And down here in the bottom right, in the purple, it is Electric. So, no 14-14 again for Electric here. Not feeling too ballsy. Fair enough. Get to see what he has in store for the rest of this game. He's got to mix it up. You know, the build last time was just picked apart by Voltacus, dropping, you know, in the main, taking down the 3rd base as well. Just really great multi-pronged pressure there from Voltacus, and Electric just wasn't able to handle it past the mid-game. It looks like he will be going for that same Expo first, which, you know, pretty safe, can still transition into some more aggressive stuff, which I would like to see from him. Overlord making his way across the map as well. And it looks like we will be going into a pause. So yeah, it looks like both these players starting off pretty much the same as they did last game. Reaper going to be coming out here for Voltacus, I'd imagine, as well as early expansion already done here for Electric. Yeah, no, I'm not ref.
Game resumed.
Yeah, I guess I didn't realize I was not a referee there. Anyways, got the drones coming out here. Yeah, nothing too interesting going on so far. Hope you guys are having a great night. Who do you guys think is going to win this game, Voltacus or Electric? Let's hear y'all's thoughts in the chats. If anyone's still there, talking into the void. Light VIP cheering for the Voltacus. We got some Voltacus supporters in the chat. It looks like Voltacus will be taking his expansion now as well, and Electric, you know, going for the same gas and spawning pool. Pretty standard stuff here. I'd be curious to see if he goes for if he had executed that build a little bit better last time with those roaches and traded and then was able to keep them alive. I think he would have been in a very good spot for that game. You know, he killed a lot of workers there, but just wasn't able to build up the army. I think he tried to kind of macro behind it a little bit more than he should have, I think if he takes that damage dealt and transitions that into more of a, I don't want to say all-in, but just a lot more aggression than he did, I think he would have been in a very good spot. Especially since that was pre-siege shank and all that good stuff. Two queens coming out now. I imagine speed getting started here in just a couple seconds once he's able to afford it. And there we go. We'll get to see what's going on here. Down here, Expo finishing up. Reactor on the way. As well as the second Rex. Going to be getting his factory as well. Stock standard Voltacus here. Overlord going to be coming through. Knows his expansion's going to be up. And Zerglings might be able to catch this Reaper, actually. Does manage to get out. Let's see what he saw. Not too much. He knows the expansion's there, which is pretty much a gimme at this point of the game. Does kill a Zergling. Nice little win there for him. A full 25 minerals lost there. And this Reaper looks like he is just going to go back home. Or going to go check the third base. I'd imagine we'll find that. And Electric already doing a little bit better job of maintaining army pressure. Might need to keep feelings up here, but there's nothing really for this Reaper to do. He's going to come back in and try and find a gap, and actually he might have it here. Might be able to get up into the main and see what there is to see. Or might just go for a drone kill. That works too. Is he able to get out here? Oh, speed finishes up. That should spell the end for this Reaper. Yeah, and there we go. Voltacus still has no real idea of what's going down here for Electric, but there is no real tech coming out. Meanwhile, Starport and Reactor coming out here for our Terran player, as well as Stim finishing up here in the next few seconds. Double check that my mic isn't being stupid. It is. Excellent. Sorry about that, guys. Bunker coming out here at the front for Voltacus. I don't expect Electric to go for the same aggression build he did last time. He is getting the Roach one right around the same time. Third base is now done. Zergling's actually fight here, but that bunker is getting loaded up and will not be able to kill anything. Front here. Looking like Voltacus knows what he likes, but actually a armory coming out. Curious what he has to do with that. Might see some Hellion pressure. The Hellbats maybe? Really curious to see what he has planned. We'll be parking that on the reactor here, and there come the Hellions. And, you know, so far with just lean Roach, if he's giving enough Roaches out, then he should be able to handle it pretty easily. But he's making 14 Zerglings right now. This drops him across the map. Don't expect him to get too much done here. 3 queens already here. Hopefully for Electric he'll be able to spot this and get rid of it as this drop makes its way across the map. And Baneling, that's coming out for him as well as the Storm College from the player. So looks like we'll be going for a pretty similar style to what he did last game. Ling, Roach, Bane. And now he's get a nice pick there and kill off the next one. But here comes the Zerglings now. Very nice choke here for have to remake drones. I overcompensated hard. Excellent. We'll find the middle ground one of these days. Another drop coming out here. Gonna regroup with these units down here. Make it double expansion, actually. This is the way he can get back into it. If he's able to get the expansion out, it will be pretty good. Not quite getting any decent connections. And Helmat's now in front. And this is going to be a pretty scary push here for Electric to try and hold. He's going to have some very nice connections, but it also gets hard. Helmat's in front. And all he's going to set is that 4 phase by doing that is very long once Voltacus finds it. Helmat's at the front here, 11 armies fighting 50. All of these. And advance. Well done, Voltacus. Good game.